Happy Breakdown Monday, people. Happy Breakdown Monday. How y'all doing? Hope everything is well. Hope y'all in great spirits. So, let me tell you a little story. I want y'all to know I'm bashing you. I'm not trying to make you feel uncomfortable. But sometimes you need to be uncomfortable to fix the things that are not right, that's not comfortable for the spirit. So, quick story. Years ago, I battled with something. I've been battling with this for all my childhood life, and it was pornography. All right. So these are sexual sins that tend to affect us. And sometimes it's it try to get me still today. But I want y'all to understand that we have to make sure that we live in holiness. Sanctification. Sanctification means from the Bible means growing in holiness. So we have to grow in holiness at a day-to-day basis, one foot after another. We have to make sure that we're trying to keep our bodies sanctified. This vessel needs to be sanctified, sanctioned. And a lot of times we defile our body, this vessel, by doing uh, things that are unbecoming to Christ. Paul was talking to the Thessalonians about this. He was telling them about as many things that you need to do to sanction your body. Um, but one particular thing he talked about was sexual sin. This is a uh, sexual sin is being promoted and it's admired. So sexual sin is a desire that we all, most of us, have. I dealt with it dealing with pornography. I was introduced to pornography at a young age. So as I grew up, it stayed with me. And a lot of people don't understand other people that have to go through that. That at a small age, we didn't know no better. We found our daddy's books, or we found our stepdaddy's videotapes, and we watched them as a young age, as 9 and 10, me and my brother. So it caused a lot of impurities. So look at this. Y'all go to First Thessalonians. First Thessalonians, the fourth chapter, starting at the third verse. I want y'all listen to this. For this is the will of God, even your sanctification, that ye should obtain from fornication. Stop right there. Fornication. That is having sex without being married, right? Everybody knows this. These are the things we talked about. See, this week we're talking about true sanctification. Last week we talked about exhortation on Christ's commands. So, in essence, I'm exhorting you guys to true sanctification. We all deal with sexual sins. We all deal with that. Most of us, anyway, especially men. I don't know about the women, but especially men because of peer pressure dealing with other guys and dudes, or whatever, because we want to be that guy. We want to be him. So we indulge ourselves in sexual sins. Look at this. It's 14 requirements of the will of God and of sanctification. The first one, obtain from fornication or all kinds of sex sins. Number two, know how to possess the vessel in sanctification and honor. The vessel is your body. Know how to possess it. We can't be misusing it with sexual sins. And you see the media talking about P. Diddy and talking about other and pastors. They have sex, they was in sexual sin. Look at this. Number three, not any lust of concupiscence or strong sexual desire. Here it means excessive sexual lust, like that of the Gentiles who knew no bounds. Right now, we're back into that. This, the sexual sins, the sexual desires have grown at a fast rate. It was, calmed down for a while, but now things are wilding out. It's getting worse and worse and worse, right? So right now, sex is being promoted. It's very popular. Sex is very popular right now, and the kids, our kids, the youngest ones, 5, 6, 7 years old, they've been subjected to sex at an early age, even in school, dealing with school books. Do you see what's going on? If Satan gets you hooked on sex early, he knows it's going to be hard for you to defeat it later because it's a physical desire. It's a physical desire that the body wants and needs because of the sinful lust that we have in our flesh. Look at this. Number 4, that no man defraud his brother by seducing his wife to corrupt her and break up a home. A lot of men right now and women, they rather have married people. They rather cheat with married people. Well, not cheat, but get with married people because they don't want to be in a relationship, or they don't want to be obligated to get in a relationship. And that's the wrong thing to do. It's all because of sexual sin. A lot of people uh, deal with that in that manner. They think it's normal in their mind. I listen to Steve Harvey radio, and I hear the Strawberry Letter, and Steve Harvey, and he would say, I don't agree with everything he says, but he has a good point about something. But he said that people think cheating and dating people's wives and having sex with people's wives and having sex with people's husbands is normal these days. They write this stuff down like it's normal. It doesn't make any sense, but it does because people will wax cold. Look, check this out. This still refers to sex sins and not to cheating, for it is dealing with sex uncleanness down to verse 7. Every type of perversion was practiced among the heathen. Their gods, their rulers, and their teachers were examples of impurity. So, We do not want to be heathens. You should want to be a heathen by practicing every sexual sin possible. That's immoral. That lands a lot of people in jail, especially among black people. Catch my drift. See, let me explain something to you guys. This is not the this has happened before, to where dealing with the Israelites, dealing with sexual sin back in the day. A ruler wanted to take them over, and he didn't know how to, but he came to this prophet, and this prophet told him to get them from the inside, send some, send some, send some prostitutes and intermingle with them and get them from the inside. And they start serving other gods, were in other sexual sins, and it ruined them from the inside out. You think that's ain't happening today? Look at all these preachers. That's a sexual desire that these preachers have. Some of these preachers have, because you most of the churches today are full of women, so they can have whatever they want because they are per se the ruler of the church, not the leader. Ruler. It's a difference. Let's move on. The heathens had no system of ethics that forbade these practices. We don't have we're not looking at ethics anymore. The believers forbade them as worthy of death and hell. And this has preserved the world from the complete ruin to this day. It slowed down because of the believers telling them, hey, you can't be in sexual sin. So it slowed it down. Well, it's coming back up. Number 5, walk in holiness, not in uncleanness of sex perversion. Number 6, do not despise men. These are other factors of requirements of the will of God and sanctification. Number 7, love one another. Number 8, increase in love. Number 9, study to be quiet. Number 10, be diligent in business. Number 11, work with your hands. Number 12, walk honestly before men. Number 13, have a bright hope. Number 14, comfort one another. Look, people, it's all types of sanctification you can do, all types of will of God. That was just 15 of them. So I want y'all to understand that we have an obligation to fulfill, that we have to take care of this vessel. I'm going to show you why. Go to verse 4. Thessalonians 4. First Thessalonians 4. It says that every one of you should know how to possess his vessel in sanctification and honor, not in the lust of concupiscence, that's sexual desire, even as the Gentiles which knew not God, that no man go beyond or defraud his brother in any matter, because that the Lord is the avenger of all such, as we also have forewarned you and testified. For God has not called us unto uncleanness, but unto holiness. So let's break that down. So sanctification is what? Sanctification, the biblical part of sanctification is growing in holiness. So we have to grow in holiness. So check this out. This refers to one or two things when it comes down to the vessel. You have to look at this vessel. You have to protect this vessel. To man's own body, which he is to keep from fornication. You have to keep this vessel from fornication if you're a believer. Non-believers, you have to work on that. But some believers gotta work on that. I used to be deep off into it. I guess as I got older, it was not attractive. And as I got in my word, it was not as desirable as it used to be. But dealing with social media, that stuff pops up and it can catch you in this blink of an eye. Satan knows how to get you. Now that we got our whole lives in our pockets, dealing with these phones, it's addictive. Look, let me show y'all something. So another vessel to the wife from a man is privileged to possess in marriage and relationship. Now, the man has another vessel, his wife. He's privileged to have his wife as his second vessel. Now, he's got to treat her body in the same manner. What she does with her body is between her and God. But what he does with her body is between him and God and her. So, men, you not only have to sanction yourself, but you have to sanction, if you're married, you have to sanction your wife's body as well. And vice versa. That's why it's not good to be wilding out with sex. It's not good to have threesomes and you're married. I did that. Now we're divorced. Trust me, I've seen it. I've seen somebody else do that. Now they divorced. Man, look, these sexual desires, we got to put a hold on them. We got to protect our vessel, people. So look, people, I love y'all. We're going to learn more about true sanctification this week. So may the grace and the peace of our Lord Jesus Christ be with you all. Amen.